after watching all of that bullshit and me critiquing the post-game responses and all that other stuff. So forgive me. Trying to find out where I am on here. That's the statement that many wish Mark would have truly made today or in the coming days. But let's ask the question, y'all. And let me say hello to Shima, Brad Lapp, Shoot the Moon. I love you guys, truthfully. D Online is Hardcore Raiders Online. Rob XO, Ronnie G, Vero, Ramiro Rocha, of Afakasi Raider. I remember all your names. I love you guys. All right, so here goes the question that many are asking. Let's look at this from a non-emotional standpoint. Should Josh McDaniels be fired? In all honesty, yes. The problems with that, though, we have to think about that. We also have to realize where the Raiders are coming from to make rash decisions like this. Mark Davis has tried to create a legacy with this team. Hence why he hired John Gruden to a 10-year, $100 million contract. Mark Davis was doing his best to bring continuity and the same coaching staff and the same scheme to this team ever since Gruden became available. But when he fired Del Rio, kind of being a winning coach, for Gruden, Mark Davis failed the nation in actually doing what he's setting out to do, which is build a legacy, build continuity. But then we all know what happened to John Gruden. I'm neither here nor there on it. It's over with. He is no longer the coach. Josh McDaniels, the golden boy, winning culture, Patriot dynasty, wanted to be the Raiders coach. Mark Davis did his best, thought it was a good fit, hired him. It's blowing up in Mark Davis's face. It's blowing up in all of our faces at this moment. Can it get better? Will it get better? We'll discuss that in a minute or two. But the question at hand, the emotional question at hand, is should Josh McDaniels be fired? Yes. But he will not be fired. It can't happen. If Mark Davis is truly trying to do what he wants to do, he cannot do this for various reasons. The optics of it, the continuation of hiring and firing, possibly letting a golden boy get away just because he's struggling. There's also the money aspect. Josh McDaniels, we do not know his contract. We don't know how much he's getting paid, how long his initial contract was for. Mark Davis has been eating money from different players and coaches for the previous 10 years. He cannot do it any further. He would have to buy out if he really wanted to fire Josh McDaniels and to buy in to the emotions and everything and start over again for the fourth time in 2 years, it feels like. He would have to buy out his contract, and I don't know how much it is. Let's say it's at least somewhere up there in the $25, $30 million range for 4 or 5 years. That's a lot of fucking money. Then what would happen if he was fired and Mark Davis did have the money to buy him out and made that decision? Well, Josh McDaniels would immediately go back to the Patriots, get more money, probably build a winning team with Bill Belichick again, and then now we're hunting for another head coach. Then we would bring in another interim head coach for this season, and maybe we win a few games with him. Then the question arises like we did with Rich Bisaccia last year. Should he or shouldn't he have been the head coach? We're going to talk about those mistakes by Mark Davis in a minute. But Mark Davis cannot fire Josh McDaniels publicly. It will not work. It's only downhill from there. We already look like a shit show. He has to dedicate himself to something, and unfortunately, he dedicated himself to another head coach. That's burning us, at least so far. If I was Mark Davis, I would put a feeler out to Sean Payton. Might not work, but if Sean Payton is available or wants to come to the team next year, then I would start those talks today with Sean Payton. Maybe that's what Mark Davis is doing behind the scenes. Maybe Mark Davis is willing to buy him out, find the money, and then give Sean Payton a bunch of money as well. If Mark Davis is as disgusted as we are with what we just witnessed, or I talked about, or what we're seeing on the field. So should Josh McDaniels be fired? Yes. Can it happen? 50-50. Will it happen? Probably not till the end of next year, if it even comes to Sean Payton being available. So stop every week with the fire him, fire him, fire him. It's already well known. It's well known. It's documented. Now we just got to basically rehire him. Listen to me, fans. We got to rehire him. We just got to put up with it. We got to hope every day he figures something out. Every day he tries to get on the same page with Derek Carr and whoever and figure it out and be more humble and stop saying it is what it is and start doing what it should be. We just got to pray and hope for that. It doesn't look like it's in the cards from everything I just showed you and exposed. But we as Raider Nation, we have to rehire him again today. We fired him the other day. We have to rehire him today. Because the only way that players and coaches and people are going to get better is if we try our best to give them love and pride, winning or losing, moving forward. That's the only way we're going to succeed, if even make this situation a little bit better. All you need is love. Love is all you need. Mark Davis made a statement again today, post all the controversy, saying that he supports Josh McDaniels and that he's doing a fantastic job despite the 2-7 season. According to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Mark Davis said he's doing a fantastic job. Okay, I mean, what else are you going to say, Mark Davis? But let's be honest, if this is a rebuild, a retool, or a sabotage Derek Carr, or a season in which you want to lose to get high draft picks, as in a rebuild, if that is the case, Mark Davis, you're damn right Josh McDaniels is doing a good job. He's doing a fantastic fucking job. Fantastic. Sabotaging the season, making mistakes, cutting players, releasing players, making Derek Carr break, making everybody emotional. He's doing a fantastic job at breaking the Raiders and getting news media coverage, which in turn, Mark Davis, becomes dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all.